Okay, mathematicians, thank you so much for working hard on our problem for this week. I saw a lot of you use the same strategy that I did about drawing out your picture so that you can have a better understanding of what the problem was asking you to do. And I also saw some of you starting to move away directly from drawing a picture and using numbers. So today I thought that maybe we could go over some other ways that we could represent our thinking with this same problem, but maybe by using numbers to represent our thinking instead. Are you ready? Let's try it. So let's use the same problem set that we have up here for 3 blueberries in 6 muffins to try and practice using numbers to represent our thinking. Ready? So I'm going to put that number set at the top so I can remember what numbers I'm working with. I'm going to do another quick annotation at the bottom of each number so I remember what they represent. And I'm going to start thinking of other ways in which I can represent the same strategy by using numbers today. Are you ready? Well, you know what, mathematicians, right off the bat, I'm noticing in my picture that I can already use some strategies. I can use a counting strategy where I use numbers just like how I did right here instead of just drawing the picture. So I can use groups of numbers. Let's see if I can do that. Alright, mathematicians, so if you notice the strategy that I just used, instead of drawing out all the muffins and drawing out all the blueberries, I just focused on drawing out the numbers that I used and then going back and circling each group of numbers to make sure that I drew 6 cupcakes. 6 muffins. This problem is about muffins. I'm so sorry. So if you see, mathematicians, I don't always have to draw a picture. If I'm very comfortable with the context of the problem and I know exactly what this problem is asking me to do, I can always use a more efficient strategy to show my thinking. I'm noticing on my paper right away, I have another way to represent my thinking just by looking at the number sentence. Did you see what I did there? I wrote out all the blueberries that I was using for this problem, and then at the top I labeled all the way to 6. So I think I'm going to try to use this strategy and come up with a way to get my same answer of 18. Ready? Okay, so I wrote out all of my 3's in this problem and I went back to double check. I made sure that I only had 6 by going back and labeling at the top. And now I'm thinking I can put these numbers together by actually using that tree strategy that some of you love to do for number of the day. So let's see if I can do that. Ready? Now I know my number facts pretty well, so I know that 3 and 3 is the same as 6. Ooh, I see another group of 3, so I know that makes 6. And another group of 3, and that makes 6. And if you know your doubles, first graders, then you probably know what 6 and 6 make. I'll give you a few more seconds if you don't know. 3, 2, 1. That's right, it's 12. So I have 12, and I still need to add this last 6. There's lots of ways to get to our answer. We know it's 18 just because we already did it when we were unpacking this problem, but there's lots of ways that we can get to 18. I'm thinking one way that I can get to my answer is by counting on. So I can count on 6 more from 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back and label 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's just one way for me to get to 18. Another way I'm thinking is instead of counting 6 more, I can break apart that 6 a little bit smaller into 3 and 3. So basically decompose it into 3 and 3 to make it a little bit friendlier for me, just because I know my number facts pretty well, and I know that 2 and 3 make 5. So if I were to add 3 more to 12, that would give me 15. So let me try that. And then it would be easier for me to count up 3 more, probably from 15. 16, 17, 18. And that is just a couple of ways that we could have solved this problem, not by using pictures, but by using numbers, by counting on, by representing our thinking in a more efficient way. For some of you, you might still need to draw out a picture just so you can understand the problem and have a good grasp about the context of the problem. But if you're someone who is ready to move on, then think about efficient strategies to show your thinking. Think about other creative ways to represent your thinking. And don't be limited just by the strategy that I demonstrate when I'm unpacking a problem. Be creative, be resourceful, use the strategies that you know, and don't be afraid to try out a new one. Okay, mathematicians, thank you. Can't wait to work with you again. Bye-bye.